Groceries are more expensive, and rent, gas, insurance, and electricity, all of it keeps rising. But your income still stuck. If you've been wondering why does it suddenly cost so much just to survive, you're not alone. Today we're breaking down why the cost of living is out of control and what's really driving this crisis. Alright, let's kick things off by making one thing clear. This didn't just happen. The seeds of today's crisis were planted years ago. Governments around the world, especially in the US, have been printing money like never before. And during the pandemic, trillions of dollars were created and injected into the economy. At first, it felt like a lifeline, but now we are paying the price. Because the more money there is in circulation without a matching increase in goods and services, the less that money is worth. And that is inflation, and we're living in its aftermath. You've probably noticed something. It is not luxury watches or yachts that got more expensive. It is milk, eggs, health insurance, rent, and gasoline. Inflation hits essentials first, so it hits lower income families the hardest. When eggs go from $2 to $5, that hurts someone making $60,000 a year way more than someone making $300,000. But here's the twist. Governments and central banks often say inflation is under control. Meanwhile, the grocery bill says otherwise. Why? Because the official inflation numbers don't reflect real life. They are based on averages and formulas, not your actual expenses. But there is another layer to this. Some corporations are raising prices beyond what's necessary, not just to cover costs, but to maximize profit while blaming inflation. It is called greedflation, and here's how it works. A global crisis hits, companies raise prices to keep up with inflation, and consumers adjust. But instead of lowering prices later, companies keep them high. And as a result, they report record profits. Are they taking advantage or just doing business? Either way, you pay the price. Now, let's talk income. While prices have gone up 20–30% or more in the last few years, wages haven't. In fact, when adjusted for inflation, the average American makes less today than they did 5 years ago. And that is why so many people work 2 jobs and still struggle, and why so many young adults can't afford the home or even rent. The math just doesn't work anymore, because, let's be real, you're not bad with money. The system is broken. Housing, one of the biggest costs of living stressors. Rents have skyrocketed in most cities, and buying a home, forget it. Mortgage rates are near 70% and prices are still high. Why? Real estate investors buying up homes to rent, limited supply, high interest rates, and zoning laws restricting new construction. This creates a brutal cycle. You rent forever, prices keep rising, and ownership feels impossible. Global factors, but local consequences. The problem isn't just national. Supply chain disruptions, energy crisis, geopolitical conflicts all affect prices globally. For example, war in Europe affects food and fuel prices. Oil supply cuts from the Middle East affect gas worldwide. Global shipping delays push up product costs everywhere. So, it is a global storm, but your local grocery store feels it, and so does your wallet. So, what can the average person do? Let's be honest, you cannot fix inflation, but you can make small shifts to stay afloat. Build a side income, even if your 100 extra a month makes a difference. Learn how to reduce taxes legally, start tracking every expense, and invest in skills that increase your income potential, not just your hours. The system is unfair, but the more you understand it, the more power you gain. The cost of living is out of control, and it is not your imagination. It is real, it is global, and it is hurting millions. But you are not powerless. Educate yourself, adapt, and take steps, even small ones, to protect your future. And if this video helped you make sense of what's happening, hit the like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who's been asking the same question. Why is everything so expensive now? And if you want to start investing but don't know where to begin, check out the link in the description. This book breaks down everything you need to know to build wealth with easy to follow strategies and insider tips to help you make confident moves in the stock market. So don't miss out on this step-by-step roadmap to financial success. Grab your copy today and start your journey to financial freedom.